What we got here?
Bondstone Triple Oaked.
Limited release.
It says batch 1.
And we know just the basics
just
about
a little bit about it. We'll let you know what
we have not heard any reviews on it. We do not know what we're expecting out of it.
But
so
we'll share it with you.
Tell me a little bit about who's doing it, where.
We gotta do the intro first. Cue the intro. Okay, my bad.
Welcome back.
All right.
Well, he tells you a little bit about the whiskey. This was a purchase on him.
So we picked it up at Total Wine. It was about $70. What I've learned about Bondstone is they distill from, they get distillate from IJW or IWJ. Now I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
So what they do is they take their normal double oak. The double oak, a process in case some of you don't know it. They take the initial distillate and they put it in charred oak barrels for a certain number of years. The double oak is for 4 years, at least 4 years. Then they take the distillate and they dump it in a brand new oak barrel, charred oak. So that's what the double oak means. And what they do next with this is they transfer it to the new barrel. Then they put toasted oak staves inside. So that's why it's triple oaked. You have the normal distillate, then you have the double oaked, and now this is triple oaked because of the staves. So technically, it is no longer a bourbon. It's a finished bourbon at this point. And all that means, so to be a bourbon, you got to follow the rules. There's certain rules and stuff like that. And once you double oak it, once you do anything to it, it is a bourbon finish in however they're going to finish. This is 100 proof, and it already smells good. So let's give it a smell.
Make sure you do a nice little palate cleanser. You foofy bitch. Somebody's feeling fancy today.
Gotta slurp the water. It is very dark.
Yeah, it's got a nice color. I like the color.
Caramel color or caramel.
Ooh, that's a good smell. I like that.
Like red fruit, vanilla. I don't know if it's toffee I'm getting off. It's definitely like a red fruit. Like
it's definitely a very what you expect to smell in a bourbon,
especially it toasted. That's real sweet.
Yeah, I love double and triple.
I'm a big fan of toasted too.
It is definitely smelling good.
So when we say red fruit, the best way to explain it is not like a red apple or like a raspberry or something, but when you smell it, you picture like red fruit, just like red candy, just like just kind of like how you have Kool-Aid, you drink red Kool-Aid, you don't think strawberry or whatever the hell red Kool-Aid is, you think red Kool-Aid. And that's what I get from it.
I was so ready to drink that I think I was a little heavy-handed probably on our pours today, but
we got a couple more to film, so it's going to be fun. All right, so this is the first drink of the night too, so we didn't have a warm-up. So it smells delicious though. 100 proof. Bourbon. I like it. Trying to describe the taste, I can't. Red fruit, just like on the nose. You get that toasted sweetness, a little bit of a bite.
It's funny.
Caramel.
You get that little bit of a bite, but you don't get that Kentucky hug.
It doesn't. It's very the finish lingers, but it's not like thick. It's still there. This is good.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but
it's definitely not. I'm definitely not gonna go like top 5 or top 10. But
no, it's not in my top list. But I would not turn it down if it was offered.
No, it's very good. Very sweet smelling. I smell some caramel. It tastes a little
What's
bit.
funny
more
is it smells sweeter than it tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't detect any real sweetness to it.
Not on the taste.
A little bit of that mapley toffee kind of flavor. Maybe a little less mapley than a little more toffee, because it definitely doesn't have that traditional
rich,
rich
thick
Woodford Reserve kind of little bit of sweetness to it.
There's not much. It's very. It gives off the sense of like just a bourbon.
Now maybe I'm wrong, but on me, it kind of smells to me on the nose. It smells a little bit like pancakes. You get a little bit of a pancake vibe, like
Nah, I'm not getting the pancake. I get fruit. I
get more of a pancakey kind of.
It smells very sweet. But like if you're drinking a straight bourbon or something like that, that real bourbon, the classic bourbon, some caramel, some vanilla. I'm not getting as much toast on it as I was expecting. That sweetness.
Yeah, it definitely is a whiskey I'd like to spend a little more time with to get to know. I think that the more you drink it, the more it'll open itself up a little bit, perhaps. I could be wrong.
And it is there's we could talk about that a little bit. There's discussion in the whiskey community about neck pours, the initial pour of it. There's a lot of talk back and forth about oxidation, having air inside of it,
letting it set for a little bit,
helping to release some of the stuff. So we did just open this. Obviously, it's our first tasting of it. Maybe we'll come back to it and taste it again, see how much it changed. Because there's been a couple that have done that to us. The one that has not changed the profile at all was the Blue Run. Blue Run, I'm just very unimpressed with, and which was a huge disappointment because I really wanted to like it.
Yeah, he was really into it.
And Chicken Cock got no better. It smells amazing.
I think Chicken Cock was probably one of my biggest disappointments because I really hoped it was going to be a good whiskey. It's a cool bottle. It's a cool name. It evokes conversation. It looks cool on the bar. So I was really hoping it was going to be a nice solid. Yeah. Even if it didn't have a bourbon taste, if it was at least an American whiskey kind of vibe.
If it didn't have that copper.
And I've heard another review that the guy said that he found on the aftertaste he had a lot of spice taste, like spices. I found it more medicinal, like almost like a copper penny.
Yeah.
Now maybe that's the same thing he's tasting, and I'm just calling it something different. I just I was not impressed with it. I won't buy it again. Once
we find a new one to take its place, it's going off the wall. But this is definitely. For $70, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good, but for $70, there's much better whiskey that we've had.
Yeah. For $70, there's for less than that you buy Woodford Reserve, and I'd buy that all day long. Double oak over this all day long.
Now that's not taken away. It is good. But it's just not. It doesn't. So when I saw triple oaked, I was expecting that deep, like you said, the deep syrup, the maple syrup flavors.
Yeah, it's just
the thickness, and then
I don't think it has the depth of flavors in it that I was hoping for, especially triple barrel or triple oak. It's not. Whatever.
It's very for being triple oak. You want that double oak. You want that flavor, that richness.
Yeah.
And then with the toasted staves, you want that sweetness.
It's not a bottle I would rush back out to buy a replacement to put back on the bar. There's some that we've spoken of in other shows.
Now that being said,
it'll always have a place on the bar. This is good, but it doesn't have that.
It is good, but it just doesn't. It's it's not hitting the triple oak marks. It's not hitting those things that I expected. It damn sure didn't after the smell. It smells spectacular.
Yeah.
But the taste tastes like a bourbon. It doesn't taste like triple oaked, double oaked even. But the smell is amazing. I wish it tasted like it smelled. I do get that now that I opened up a little bit. I am getting that pancake now.
Yeah, that little bit of a smell.
But it's not maple syrup.
No, it's almost like the pancake before.
Yeah.
With just like that vanilla kind of flavor you get out of pancake, a little bit prior to putting the maple syrup on it.
Yeah, or even just like cheap generic, syrup.
Yeah.
Like, the smell is super sweet. It smells very complex, smells super sweet. I'm getting the fruit, caramel, vanilla, kind of like the syrupy flavor, but like cheap syrup. But the taste is not. It definitely... Definitely not hitting the mark of the smells.
Yeah.
That being said, if this was maybe $40, dead on. If this was $40, I'd have no problem with that.
Yeah.
So, so out of 10, what do you got?
I got... Shit, boy. It's funny, because I'd rate the smell and the aroma at a 5 all day long.
No, out of 10.
Out of 10, I'd rate the aroma...
5?
Probably a 5. It's got a really nice smell.
I would be higher than that, though.
I would. But I would bring the flavor down to probably a 4 at least on flavor. I think it's good. Now, granted, if you're getting bad, like if you're getting down in the little ones, then you're getting into stuff I don't really care for. You get below a 1 like chicken cock, and I just won't buy. I just won't drink it.
I would say for the aroma, I would go, 6.5, 6.6. Something up that way. For the taste, I would go just under 5. I wouldn't go 4, but I definitely won't go 5. If it was just a bourbon, if this was just a straight bourbon whiskey, it would be higher because it tastes good. But for being triple oaked and the flavors I was expecting, it just was smart. Not saying it's not bad, but
I'd say if it wasn't what I don't know. I don't know that I would change my opinion. It's good, but it's not great.
Yeah. Average, down the middle.
I think the higher numbers are held for whiskeys that I'm just like, nice.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to say, noise.
Noise. So, that's our rating on it. Let us know if you've tried it. If you've tried it, let us know. Let us know what you think. I guess I'm going to leave it there because it's good, thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah, I guess I would be underwhelmed.
Yeah. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you've had it or if what you think. And
smash that bell.